Right, you know what time it is?
What time is
it? It's that time for Ask GMBN.
Yes, you guys always provide us with some great questions for this show, and this week is no exception. So, Blake, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, let's get into it. Okay, first question this week is from Felipe Catalan-Spate, and he says, does it affect my bike frame operational lifetime if I change its suspension fork for a rigid one? So going from suspension front to a rigid front, which is counterintuitive, I've got to be honest, and it's not necessarily the norm, but you can do it.
It's different.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, a fully rigid ride can be a lot of fun because your bike becomes alive, so to speak. It can become
slightly,
and a bit violent, but it is a great experience. I mean, I used to ride, because I did trials riding, my bikes were fully rigid pretty much all the time. And if you ride a downhill trail or something on a trials bike, it's a bucking bronco.
It
really is like,
But I don't think it would destroy or defect your frame in any way.
No, I mean, I guess that the manufacturer could argue that it's changed the warranty, but I mean, I really doubt that you're going to have a problem because, you know, the bikes are made so strong and the stresses going through a suspension fork can be huge, and obviously the things you do with a suspension fork means that the bike might be performing harder things than it would if you had a rigid fork. So it's this way and that.
Swings both ways,
You know what I always think? If you fancy it, just give it a go.
Just do it, exactly.
Yeah, just do it, have fun. I mean, I like the idea of a rigid fork. I'm sure if we were suggesting this to Doddy right now, he'd be being sick over there in the corner.
He would be in a bucket and all that.
It would not be for him. I don't know, maybe it would be.
It's different and it's a good experience.
Should we just say go for it?
Go for it. Send us a photo of it anyway, because I want to see what it looks like.
Yes. Okay, Dick Splats 007.
Okay, that's a cool name.
Good name. Any tips on avoiding pedal strikes? I've struck more times in the last 2 months on my Enduro than I have in the last 10 years on my XC.
I've had a lot of pedal strikes, and it kind of comes down to your rear suspension setup. So if it's below the sag point when you sat on your bike, it's going to lower that BB, especially when you're pedaling through rough sections. Your foot is going to be quite close to the ground. You're going to hit some rocks, some roots, and all that. Maybe look at setting up your bike.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again,
I'll tell you what's something interesting as well. On the Crankbrothers downhill pedal, that's got like a cutaway to stop you having so many. So you stop getting so many pedal strikes. And if you do get them, that is sort of like a smoother version.
It doesn't like grip you.
So lots of pedals have got that. That's worth looking at if you could maybe change your pedal. But looking at a positive on it, right? I think it means you're getting really fast.
Pedaling in the rough stuff.
I think you're just getting better. So maybe it's a good thing. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, check out that suspension sag. Good point, Blake.
Full of good points.
I knew I brought you in here for a reason.
Yes.
Okay, next is Thomas Helleberg, and isn't it about time we see some manuals in slopestyle mountain biking? For example, over on-off boxes, just like the video game, or is it too risky? No.
No, it's good.
Tell us about slopestyle, Blake. Like, are they just not doing manuals because the imagination has gone like through the roof?
Yeah. So the sections where they do the step on, step off, so like a little cradle thing, they're doing quite big tricks up onto it. So they don't really want to mess up or concentrate in landing into a manual and then doing that. But I would like to see it flip to manual to flip off.
Oh, could you do that, you think? Yeah, because you can do it.
Because you're already in that position.
But would you get the flick enough to flip off? Because if you're in the manual, if you flip off something, you really throw it.
You got to throw it.
But if you're in the manual, you're going to have to drop the front end to make that kick happen.
Yeah.
We have digressed, but you know what I mean? I think those on-offs, it's about the trick up and the trick off, rather than what you do on it.
Yeah.
But definitely the skill level in slopestyle at the moment means that manuals aren't really what they're thinking about, as lovely as a manual can look.
But then look at Brandon Semina.
I was about to say.
He did a hop 180, which is not a manual, but he does a hop 180 to half cab off.
Yeah.
So it's like 180, 180 off a big drop.
Yeah, and also, if you watch any of his videos, the things that he manuals tend to be some of the most beautiful bits of riding you get to see. So
Super
a manual,
stylish.
Maybe you just can't beat it. Maybe you can't. Now, you know what? This has got me thinking it's a great excuse, because we've mentioned the word slopestyle and tricks and jumps and on and offs and ramps and radness.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at your Darkfest video.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Take 15 unique free riders from around the globe, including myself, and stick 9 massive jumps in front of them. This is Darkfest.
That looked like some trip, man.
Well, I want to go back and hit those jumps again.
So good. So good. Darkfest, what a hit. Right, let's keep going with your questions. Next question from FPV Life. It says, oh my God, how in the world did you not mention the greatest MTB book in history last week when we were talking about books to buy? Fat Type Flyer by Charlie Kelly.
Ah.
What?
Look at this.
This one.
Well, that one.
This one. Yeah,
it's good.
It's a fair point. This is a great mountain bike book. It's unbelievable. This is Doddy's one.
Yeah.
Typically, he just had it on his desk.
In pristine condition.
It is. We've got to be very careful with it. It is an amazing book. But like I said, there is some great mountain bike books out there, including that one, don't forget it, Mountain Bike Techniques and Tricks by Martin Ashton.
Mr. Ashton himself.
You can find it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to actually buy that one.
So yes, Fat Tire Flyer, great book. Good point.
It's a good coffee table book.
My one?
No, that one.
Oh, I thought you meant Mountain Bike Tricks and Techniques with Martin Ashton.
And that one as well, so that's going to be on top because it's smaller than that one.
I'm going to get in trouble. That's 2 weeks on the trot now. I've promoted my own book that I wrote in like 1956.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right, next question is from Martin Double H, and he says, how do I choose the right discipline? Ooh, that's a deep one.
Wow.
That's a deep hole we've just gone in. Blimey, that's hard.
You've caught us.
Now, how do you choose your own discipline? How did you choose to be a dirt jumper? What made you think I'm a dirt jumper?
Well, it all started with cross country, and it all comes from where...
Shut up.
Yeah.
You were not a cross country rider.
It all started there. Because it all depends on your surroundings.
You literally don't look like a cross country rider.
No, I don't.
You're like the wrong shape.
More like a rugby player.
Sorry to pigeonhole, but you do not look.
It's true though. It all started. It depends on your surroundings. I was surrounded by cousins that raced lions that raced road.
Yes.
And he said, "Don't do that because it's boring." And that's just his words. Do cross country. So I chose my discipline through my cousins.
Who you know.
And then I came over to England. Mm-hmm. I bought a magazine.
Yeah.
I saw some stunts on the front of this magazine.
Realised you were boring.
And I was like, cool, this is boring of cross country. I'm going to go and do that.
It's not boring, I'm joking. Well, that's weird. Because that's quite a transition.
Yeah.
I would never have said you started with cross country. How did I mean, trials was just the thing we did. My brothers did trials. I followed them in, and that brought me into mountain biking. But if you're trying to choose your discipline, I guess you've got to either go with what you said, your location.
Your location.
What have you got around you?
Yeah.
And then what are your riding buddies doing? That's a good point. I mean, that's going to help you along. Mm-hmm. I know at the moment my son Alfie's really frustrated because he wants to ride skate park. He loves skate parks and stuff like that, but none of his mates are really into it, and he's constantly frustrated that he's not got someone to ride with.
He needs to find other friends.
He's trying to make it happen. Well, I think he's making mates at the skate park.
Also, go hang out at your local bike shop.
Yes. Now that's a good idea.
Because
now, if you're struggling, your local bike shop, that's full of a little community of riders, and they're going to steer you a little
Different
bit.
disciplines as well, because they have like cross-country people, enduro, skate park, everything.
And not to get too spiritual about it, the answer's often within rather than without.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like?
Exactly.
What do you feel like? Are you a dirt jumper? Or are you a cross-country rider? I think looking at Blake, we knew what he was. He just wasn't looking within.
No.
Right, moving on to the next question. Tom Schofield says, movement in the front end, tighten your disc rotor up. Now, I'm bringing this question up because last week, have you ever had this when you're riding along and you're pulling on the front brake, it feels like your headset's loose.
Yeah.
But your headset's not loose. And the question come up, like, what could that be? Now, I suggested it could be that you need to tighten your caliper bolts on your disc brake. Because the bit of movement in there does translate to a feeling of movement in your headset.
Yeah. Or your pads.
Could be your pads.
Could be moving in there.
But I've brought this in because Tom Schofield is suggesting basically it could be your actual rotor bolts.
Yeah, that's another one.
Because again, if your rotor moves, that does feel like, and you can be going, what's wrong with it? Like, and you just cannot find it. So check that caliper, check that rotor, loose bolts, tweak them all up, and you'll get rid of that movement. So just touching on something we talked about last week.
Okay.
Just revisit.
But the rotor bolt one is pretty.
Yeah, that's a good one. Or caliper one. I thought that was a good shout.
Yeah, it was a good shout.
I was in there punching with ideas. Okay, next one from Stuart Rose, and he said, just replace my chain. Okay. Always a good idea after a little while.
Especially if you don't want to
snap,
snap,
never good if you slap a chain. Oh, it's horrible.
We've both done that.
Yeah, broke my thumbs. Broke my thumbs with a snap chain. Just replaced my chain. The old one had a power link, which I've reused in the new chain. Okay, dodgy ground. But then I discovered there was a snap-off pin in the box. So that's one of those pins you put through, and then you just snap the end off. And it creates a new link in the chain. Should I take the power link off, remove the link, and put the snap-off pin in? Is there any risk in staying with the power link? Now.
Well, you spend so much money on a new chain.
Yeah, I know. I've done all of these things.
I've done all of it.
I've definitely reused a power link. I've definitely snapped a chain because of it.
Yep.
I've definitely put a pin in.
Snap the thing off.
I always felt like putting. I didn't love the snap off pins. I've got to be honest.
No, because you could always go a little bit too far into that link.
Yeah, it felt like I was judging how the chain was going to perform.
Exactly.
And I don't want to be making that decision. I want Shimano or SRAM to do it.
Yeah. The power link's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you've stayed with the same brand, so if you're replacing, that power link fits with the chain you've bought, then I think it's probably fine.
Depending on how long that chain you've had on your bike, that snap link could be quite worn.
Yeah, but I'm sure the manufacturer would be saying you should definitely be using the new pin. But don't know.
I would just. How much are they?
Hang on now. You guys out there might know the answer to this because I don't. Now, does a power link, is that a brand? And then a snap-off pin is another brand, or does SRAM do both of those things, or does Shimano do one and SRAM do the other? Or...
Whoa! Because I've got
any ideas. Dom knows a lot of stuff. He
doesn't know anything,
but he doesn't like to speak. He's a mute.
But those people behind there do.
They do. I asked
the comments down below.
I asked the guys behind the camera everything. They know everything about mountain biking. Let us know in the comments down below if you know that. So power link versus snap off pin, brand mix. Can we do it?
I think you can.
I don't know.
I
think we found a little pool of experience that we don't have.
11 speed power link, 12 speed powers.
Yeah. But I tell you what, let's jump to an expert. Let's go to how to replace your chain because it sounds like there's something you might need to do because this could be helpful.
Broken chains. At best, just depressing. At worst, actually really painful as your knee catastrophically collides with your handlebars. But fortunately, they're actually pretty easy to fix out on the trail. All you got to have is a chain tool, and here's how to use it. Does anyone got a chain tool I could borrow?
Not as exciting as the Darkfest video.
No, I wouldn't think.
But packed full of information.
Yes.
So
hopefully that helped you.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, Mohammed Taha says, I have a £600 mountain bike.
Ooh.
Show off.
Nice.
And I wanted to know, would it be better to buy a £600 road bike or use that £600 to upgrade my mountain bike with things like tubeless tyres and Holotech 2 crankset, etc.? Would it be better to have two entry-level bikes or have one good mountain bike? So, you've got £600 to spend. I think what's going on here is you've got £600 to spend.
Yeah.
You've already got a £600 mountain bike.
Yeah.
Now, do you invest in a road bike of £600 to go with your £600 mountain bike?
Right.
Or do you invest that £600 into the £600 mountain bike to have one really, truly fantastic mountain bike?
I would do that.
Really?
Why would you want a road bike? Because you could use your mountain bike. You can use your £600. Okay, you'd use your £600.
Yeah.
You would get your nice Holotech cranks.
Yes.
You'd get your lovely bits that you want for your mountain bike to spice it up.
Yeah.
Basically upgrading it.
Yeah.
Now, whatever you have left over, buy some slick tyres. Then you can use your mountain bike on the road.
Get this guy with the ideas.
Look at that.
Great idea. I completely disagree.
Oh, well, okay.
But
because you just want more bikes in your garage.
I tell you what. I mean, I've got to say, right? I know. We're GMBN. We're promoting mountain biking. I'm a cyclist. I see myself as a cyclist. Always have. I don't care about disciplines. Road bikes are seriously fun. I would buy. I think with a £600, are you going to transform that mountain bike? Don't know.
Drop a post.
I don't know if you're going to transform. Yeah, but it's a £600 mountain bike.
Yeah.
Is it? How far are you going to get it? before it reaches its peak.
1,200.
Is it going to transform it? Is it going to transform it? I don't know if it is. I would say the experience of a £600 road bike will be, it won't be a high-end mountain bike, road bike for sure, but it will be a completely different experience, completely different. A great training weapon, fun, lots of uses. I would go with, get another bike in the garage, man.
You switched me.
I don't know. I don't think either of us are right.
No, yeah.
But it's a very interesting question. Very interesting. I liked it.
No, I liked
it
that
a lot.
one.
Thank you,
Liked
Mohammed.
it.
And I would love to know what you do.
Yeah.
So let us know. Let us know. Right, Santiago Diaz Gonzalez Rubio says, I'm going to do a trip to Whistler in the summer, and I've bought some protection. There are some very promiscuous people there. I think he means riding protection.
There you go.
I bought a full face, some knee caps, pads, I think
Knee
it means.
pads, yeah.
Knee guards,
Knee caps.
shin guards,
Yep.
and a pressure suit.
A pressure suit.
Wow, okay.
Okay. Serious.
Is a neck brace really necessary, or could I ride without one and still crash hard? Wow.
Well, you could wear a neck brace and still crash. Wear one with.
Yeah.
You can wear. You can't.
Yeah. A neck brace. So what we're talking about, is a neck brace worth it really? Because it sounds like you've got everything.
The neck braces are quite expensive.
If you're going to Whistler, you definitely want to have some pads because
Yeah.
it can be tough. It can get really bumpy.
Yes.
You can find yourself in a ditch. God knows I've done it. And before you know it. So, pads, great idea. Neck brace though, Blake. Ever ridden one?
No, I haven't.
Because you're not fancied it? Or?
No, I don't know. I find it quite limiting.
Restrictive.
Quite restrictive. Which that's what they're there for. So it stops you from being overextending your neck and stuff. But
I don't think they're foolproof. I don't think they're the solution. I mean, I think you could always have a very bad accident no matter how many pads you've got. That's mountain biking.
Yeah.
It is inherently a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
But if you do get the pads, wear the helmet, you know, every precaution you do take is going to be helpful.
But if you're going to buy a neck brace,
yeah,
it depends on your helmet. So if you've got a full face helmet with quite a high back, obviously it's going to go all the way until it stops on the neck brace. So you're going to have the perfect helmet to suit your neck brace.
Yeah.
You don't want to have one that's got quite a high jaw or quite a high back.
Yeah, so that's
because it's not going to work.
Good point.
So it's going to be a waste of money.
If you're going for it, make sure it's the right one. But don't, if you feel like you need it, you probably do, because you're not going to enjoy the riding otherwise. So, you know, what's it going to cost to really enjoy your trip to Whistler? Neck brace, why not? You know, don't feel like you shouldn't. Torsten Davis is asking, I want to turn my hardtail 24-speed into a single speed.
Ooh.
Without buying a conversion kit.
Okay.
Is it smart to find a comfortable gear ratio and take off my derailleurs?
Well, it is smart to get into the best gear ratio.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you're going to go single speed, personal opinion though, I would invest in it and go single speed. It's a great experience. It really transforms the bike. It makes some things like, wow, this is.
Yeah.
But it does transform your skills.
But you can get away with it. You could use your derailleur
as the chain tensioner.
As the chain tensioner. So you find the actual ratio you want, which if depending on what front sprocket you've got.
Yeah.
If it's 34 or a 32 sprocket. Yeah. Chainring up front, sorry. On the rear, I would go 14 or 13.
Yeah.
Depending.
That's a big old gear. That's a big old gear. Yeah, I'd go a bit higher than that, but yeah.
Just the trials rider.
Trials rider, isn't it?
Trials rider.
Yeah.
I would do that, but then you can get your derailleur, cable tie, the first spring right up against it, so you got that bottom. Yeah. You got your
tensioner.
Your cage.
Yeah.
And that will pull your chain.
So it can be done.
It's a bit ghetto.
It's a hack. It's a hack. That's what that's known as. You can hack it. It could work. But you're not taking off your derailleur. You're taking off the cassette body. Really.
Yeah.
But I would go the conversion kit.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Spend a little bit and get that conversion. It looks smoother, doesn't it? It looks clean.
Yeah. I think one thing you want on a single speed is you want it to look sharp.
Clean.
Yeah.
That's why you want to get rid of gears to make it look clean.
Okay, right, next question. Chapico Nico is saying, I love to ride bike and I want to ride on trails, but there is no trails in my country. Grumpy face.
Where are you living?
Oh, can I MTB in street?
Yes,
Boy,
you can.
Can you? Yes.
You've
lived on it.
He lived on it.
Oh man, street riding on mountain bikes is the best. And if you use your imagination, there's a world of downhill riding and cross-country riding and dirt jumps and street
endless
bangers.
Obstacles.
Oh, it's amazing.
Endless.
You just got to learn what street furniture works. Interesting, we're actually going to do a video about that today.
Oh, we are.
Me, Blake, and Dom behind the camera, but he doesn't speak. He doesn't like to make noise. We're going to have a great time. So yes, you definitely can. I would love to know how there's no trails in your country.
Yeah.
Because Dom was mentioning, could it be because there's not legitimate trails, ones where it's actually legal to ride? That's a good point. It could be that.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, it's a country with no wildlife. There's just nowhere. It's just concrete.
For most of us, the streets are the easiest place to get out regularly for a ride. It's loads of fun, but can also be really good for your skills. So let's get out there and see what we can find.
Great questions. It only leaves us in really one place this week, and it's time to get into the quick fire round.
Oh, yes.
Here we go. Generally, much shorter, easier questions that we answer quickly, Blake. Quick fire. Clues in the name.
All right, I'm going to talk quick.
We're going to jump straight into it. Are you ready?
Yes.
You need to prepare yourself.
I'm ready.
And go. Here we go. Quick fire starts. It's Nick Watkins. Hey guys, happy Easter. That was
Happy
last
Easter, thank
week.
you.
Great show, Martin, and big congratulations to Little Dan for achieving a 15-minute wheelie. That's got to be some kind of record.
Wow.
If you had the interest and the perspective to notice Dan Lloyd last week, Little Dan Lloyd, he was doing a constant wheelie. Well spotted.
Wow.
Bernie Smativicus is saying 27.5 front, 26 rear is awesome. We talked about it last week. Bikes with different size wheels, front and back. It's been done over time, but it's coming back, I think, in
e-bikes.
But yeah, apparently it's awesome, Bernie says.
Okay.
Send it.
Send it.
I'm going to Whistler this year for the first time in late May. You're just a show off.
Stop showing off.
Brooklyn Hooper. I want to go to Dankfest 2018. I think he means Darkfest.
Oh, okay. Dank. Dank.
These are more statements than questions, guys.
Yes. Well done. Hopefully see you there.
Pastafari FSM says, Martin, how often do you ride and can you ride on your own? Not enough? No.
He needs good friends next to him.
Amrit Gayan. Yeah, if I could find some. Oh, when was the last time I rode?
Don't look any
Whistler. Do you feel bad? You should.
Crickets.
That's it. We're out of quick fire round. What? Sorry, I didn't know. It was quick.
That was quick.
We're out of quick fire round. Banging quick fire. We'd like more quick fire questions.
We want questions,
quick fire
not
statements. Show offs. Bunch of show offs.
Going to Whistler.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Wrong. Okay.
And we're starting with correct me when I was wrong, because that's me last week. Little correction from Luca Gorjup says, Martin, the different size wheel stuff is not starting to happen. I said it's starting to happen.
No, it's already happened.
It's happened. It's been around. It says it's been around for quite some time. Lightville, for example, has been doing it for about a decade.
What? Specialised?
Specialised had that
big hit.
Yeah. They call it scale. It's got a name. They call it scaled sizing. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, it has been around for a while. I did say it's sort of, but what I meant was in e-bikes, they're starting to use it in a specific way for e-biking. So I think that's quite interesting. But yeah, you're right, Luca. I hold my hands up. It's been around for ages. It's not new.
I was gonna bring in the motorbike thing.
Oh, go on.
Well, does the motorbike have a bigger front wheel than the rear?
Yeah, no, that's true. It's been around in motorbikes. I think I mentioned that. I'm beginning to think you don't watch my Ask GMBNs. That's what I'm beginning to think. Because he watches me. Let's keep going. Keep going. Let's not get lost in what you are watching and what you aren't watching. Okay. You know, you're just going to offend me. Henry Langrish says, I'm 12 years old and I recently bought an MTB. Yes. Job done.
Well done.
Yesterday, in fact. MTB yesterday. I conquered my fear of jumps and got some airtime at Aston Hill Bike Park. Straight away. It's a first try Friday or an Ask GMBN. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could be either one. But here we go. We're going to take a look. This is Henry. And we've got to correct him if he's
what
wrong.
bike has he got?
But it feels harsh to correct him if he's only just started.
Yeah, true.
But we'll do our best.
True.
Here we go. I'll tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be go a bit quicker.
Yeah, I think so. If it's his first go, it's a tabletop.
Here he comes.
He's dropping
I'm
in.
nervous. Don't crash it. Oh, it's all right.
That's pretty good.
First jump is
pretty good.
It's more speed though, isn't it?
It is, like you said, straight away.
Let's watch that through again.
Yeah, look, he's
well
stoked.
He's well stoked.
Okay.
So he's coming in. So what's his rolling speed like? It's good.
He's pedaling. Oh, he is good. He's got technique. Yeah, so he didn't pull the back up like you would to get that back wheel up. He let it
just running it.
Let it roll over. I think it's the speed. Technique is good, but the faster you go, the slower you want to slow down that technique. Because if you do that, it is going to send you over the bump.
At the moment, you're really relying on pretty much, which is good, a bunny up skill. You're basically using the ramp to create a bunny up shape.
Yeah.
Up. Which is great because you're perfecting your bunny ups. That's going to be crucial when you're mountain biking. But you need to let that takeoff do the job it's there for, and that's going to require a little bit more speed, bit more commitment. But that's going to come in time. Don't rush it.
Yeah, it was your first day.
Yeah, and that's the perfect jump to learn on.
Yeah,
perfect. You're going to get a lot of confidence off that. Lots of speed into it. Going to be flying.
Well done.
Absolutely. Great stuff. Thank you for watching this week's Ask GMBN. Thank you so much for the questions. We love getting them.
Oh, so I love answering questions.
Put them down there.
Please.
Put some questions down there and we'll answer them next week. It's been fun. It's been. Thanks for joining us, Bing Bong.
Stretched in.
Let's throw you to some more videos. I would like you to check out my race show that I'm doing every Monday. I'm reviewing all the competitions that have been going on in the week, so why don't you go and check that out. You can hit it just here, and you can see what happened on last Monday's race show.
Click over here. I've got a really rad one to show off, and it's how to kickstart or restart getting back into mountain biking.
Nice.
Done by yourself. It is super inspirational. It'll definitely get you on your bike.
Thank you, yeah. That's a lot on me though, but hey,
no, but it is really good.
Why don't you click on the old globe there to subscribe, and you can watch any of the GMBN videos you want.
You're missing out if you're not subscribed.
And lastly, don't forget, give some thumbs.